Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Feelers YouTube channel. Thanks to those who watched my previous video, and I also request you watch again this video. Ladies and gentlemen, is Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua in talks? Is Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua in talks? One thing I know is that Uhuru Kenyatta is yet to forgive Rigathi Gachagua because of two sins which Rigathi Gachagua did. The first sin is the 2022 general election when Uhuru Kenyatta was surrendering power. This is the time when Rigathi Gachagua humiliated Uhuru Kenyatta badly. The second thing is the raid in Uhuru Kenyatta farm, whereby we know that his ships were taken away. But for them to win the 2027 general elections, they must work together, put aside their differences in order to win the election. But we understand that our Kenyan politics is dynamic, whereby it has two constants, that is petroleum and interest. And if their interest is converging, they must work together to win the general election of 2027. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have three reasons why I say Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua must work together in order to win the 2027 general election. Number one, the 2027 general election. When we say the 2027 general election, this is a type of election whereby it will have two horses. That is the Kenya Kwanza, led by the President William Ruto. Number two, the opposition, led by Gachagua and Uhuru. And as we know and understand, William Ruto is determined to be re-elected again in 2027 election. And for Gachagua and Uhuru to be relevant beyond 2027 elections, they must come together, work together to win the general election. Number two is the Mount Kenya unit. When we say the Mount Kenya unit, we understand that Mount Kenya always votes in one basket. But how can they vote in one basket if Uhuru and Rigathi are in different sides? For them to vote in one basket, they must come together, unite the people of Mount Kenya, they show them the direction, they give them the reasons why they want to vote in one basket in order to win the 2027 general elections. Number three, the third reason which I'm saying Uhuru and Rigathi Gachagua they must work together is the Matiang'i factor. We all understand the return of Matiang'i to Kenya is not sitting well to the government of William Samoei Ruto. And for Uhuru and Gachagua to gain the 2027 general elections, because we understand that In Mount Kenya, it has gone and has gone forever. They cannot vote for William Ruto. And we know William Ruto is banking on the Western Alliance, whereby Matiang'i is coming from. The Western Alliance, the entry of Matiang'i changes the dynamics, whereby we know that Matiang'i will sweep the Kisii, and then we have the Nyamira, and then we have the Luhya forts, whereby those people who are not well with William Ruto, they can vote for Matiang'i, and then we have the Luo Nyanza, those individuals or those people who are not comfortable with William Ruto, they will vote for Matiang'i. And we know that William Ruto was banking for the Western Alliance. So they need Matiang'i to come into their side in order to bring what we call those votes from the Western region. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my 3 reasons which I'm saying that that Uhuru Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua, they must come together and work in order to win the 2027 general election. Till next time, this is the Firas YouTube channel.